everyone, welcome to languagecaster.com and the show for all those interested in learning English and who love the beautiful game, football. My name's Damon, and some listeners may know I'm a Liverpool fan, so I'm a little bit down at the moment. My team finished second by 1 point to Manchester City in the Premier League on the last day of the season. I was gutted on the day, really disappointed, but hats off to Man City. The table doesn't lie. Damien, the other member of the LanguageCaster team, will probably be feeling pretty pleased as his team, Tottenham Hotspur, finished in the top four and above their rivals, Arsenal, on the last day. Well done to them. In today's short podcast, I'm going to talk about some of the language from horse racing and how it's used in football too. We'll look at the race between Manchester City and Liverpool this season for the title.
Vous écoutez languagecaster.com.
Yes, you are listening to languagecaster.com, and that message was in French. At a canter. So, Manchester City won the league title last weekend by just 1 point. But back in January, Manchester City had a large 14-point lead over Liverpool. It looked like they would win the race for the title easily. They could cruise to victory. In this situation, we can say at the time that they are winning at a canter. A canter is a way to describe how a horse runs. It's like a jog for a human, not a sprint. So if they can win at a canter, it means a team can easily win the title. They can relax a little and not sprint or gallop to the end of the season. Two-horse race. At the time, Pep Guardiola said the 14-point lead was a fake lead because Liverpool had 2 games in hand. They needed to play 2 more games to play the same number as Manchester City. In a way, he was right, but Liverpool not only won the 2 games in hand, 6 points, but Manchester City dropped points too. This meant the gap was closer, and soon Liverpool and Manchester City were both fighting for the title. A one-horse race had turned into a two-horse race. Manchester City cantering to the title in January, a one-horse race, became a fight between the two clubs, a two-horse race. This is a very common phrase when describing a title race, and we could say a 3-horse race if 3 teams have a chance of winning the title, a 4-horse race, etc. Neck and neck. So in January, Man City were winning the title race at a canter. By March, it was definitely a 2-horse race, with Liverpool narrowing the gap to 6 and then 3 points. But coming into May, the gap was only 1 point. It was very close. In this situation, we can use the horse racing expression, it was neck and neck. In horse racing, winning margins can be measured by lengths, the length of a horse, by necks from the shoulder to the nose of the horse, and by heads, the head of the horse. So neck and neck means the 2 horses or 2 teams in football are very close to each other. Home stretch. The last months of the title race, April and May, can be called the home stretch, or sometimes the home straight, which is another horse racing phrase. Usually in a horse race, the final section of the race is a straight part of the track called the home stretch. Home is the goal. Going into the home stretch, Liverpool and Manchester City were neck and neck. Pip at the post. Going into the home stretch and the last game, Liverpool were hoping to catch Manchester City. They were neck and neck with only 1 point between them. It had been a 2-horse race for a couple of months. Liverpool had been 1 point behind for most of May, and if they caught Manchester City and won the title, we would say they pipped them at the post. They came from behind to just win. In horse racing, a horse might finish strongly and catch the leader just before the post, the finish line. They would pip them at the post.
Ön a languagecaster.com-ot hallja.
Thanks for that message in Hungarian. So we have a lot of phrases in football that are borrowed from horse racing. Manchester City looked like they would win the league at a canter, but Liverpool made it a two-horse race. In May, they were neck and neck in the home stretch, but Liverpool couldn't pip Manchester City at the post. Okay, thanks for listening and enjoy all the football wherever you are. Remember to check out our site, languagecaster.com. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. Just look for Languagecaster. And remember, there's a transcript to this show on our site, along with loads more podcasts and hundreds of football phrases. And finally, it's the Champions League this weekend. Come on, you Reds! Ta-ra!